Okay, I've got the 1997 Nissan Altima. I think it's GXE or something. I really don't think it matters in regards to my issue. I'm going to show you what's happening. I was driving down the road and the RPMs would blip, like the needle would and the speedometer would do the same thing. I'd get up to a certain RPM. I couldn't even pinpoint if it was RPM or not, but it would just blip like that. The needle would flip on both sides, and all of my gauges would do the same thing. It would cut the power to my my CD player, my radio, whatever that I've got in here. I unplugged the radio. That didn't resolve the issue. So here's what happens. My keys are not in the ignition. They are just hanging out right here, and I step on the brake pedal and I get Christmas lights, and you can see my temperature gauge over here is flipped, and then when I let go, of course, everything shuts off and goes down. And same thing, I get all these lights, and they on occasion will go dim. But now when I put the keys in the ignition and I hit it, and if I turn the key when I hit the brakes, everything stays kind of dim. If I try to crank it, nothing's happening. This died out on me on the freeway today, which was awesome. We got it towed back to the house, and we're just trying to diagnose the issue. It was where it would blip, and it was no issue at all. I mean, it would just blip. I'd keep driving. The vehicle didn't cough. It didn't sputter. It just would blip. But then earlier today, the power just shut off on it, and I had difficulty getting it unplugged. Not unplugged, difficulty getting it cranked. I unplugged the mass airflow sensor because I had read some things that it might be, could be the sensor, and that seemed to take for a little bit because I was able to crank it up and there were no issues. It just wouldn't rev high because of the fail-safe mode. And I drove it for a second or two. But now the mass airflow sensor is still unplugged, and I'm getting the exact same results I had earlier today when it died out on me. So if anyone knows anything, any solutions, it would be tremendous. Thanks. Let me know.